Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Tuesday. It is the second day of January. It's 55 mile per hour speed limit day today. It is also on this Tuesday, Happy Mew Year Day for cats.
Mew Year.
Motivation and Inspiration Day today, National Buffet Day, National Cream Puff Day, National Personal Trainer Awareness Day, National Pet Travel Safety Day. This one's interesting. National Run It Up the Flagpole and See If Anybody Salutes It Day. Okay. National Science Fiction Day, Swiss Cheese Day, and World Introvert Day. They'll be celebrating by themselves. All of those things happening on this Tuesday, in addition to Tuesdays with Charlie.
My favorite.
Yeah, that's Heidi's dad. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can, and he'll be in studio again. He keeps telling us, though, he's never coming back. So
He's a big liar.
I think so, too. But we'll be chatting with Charlie coming up in just a bit.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it.
Give yourself a little credit.
Get a better credit card.
Switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. The worst possible thing to do when you wake up in the middle of the night is to check the time. I disagree. The worst thing is to get on your phone and scroll for hours, Heidi. What makes it worse if you check the time on your phone? Oh, hey, I was right. Dr. Bikyon Liu, San Francisco sleep expert, says when this happens, you stay in bed at first, try to relax, and see if you can fall asleep again. She suggests trying to progressive relaxation, breathing exercises, or white noise machines. If you can't sleep after 10 to 15 minutes, try going to a quiet spot like the sofa, read a book, do something calming until you feel sleepy again, then return to bed. They say resist the urge to reach for your phone or look at the clock. Why? Because checking the time can increase your stress and make it even harder to fall back asleep. Looking at your phone might send you down a rabbit hole of distractions. It can prolong sleep even further.
That is true.
Yes.
It really does.
Just had this conversation last night. Woke up in the middle of the night. Heidi's over there on her phone. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I don't know. I couldn't sleep. I'm like, go back to sleep. Surveys and studies. We're married, by the way, for those of you who didn't know that. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Invite your friends and family over to make memories with a fun game night. VerySpecialGames.com has 5 fun games that will help everyone have a blast. Games like Ransom Notes, the ridiculous word magnet game, Abduction, a weirdly strategic game of duck kidnapping, Vins with Benefits, the hilarious Venn diagram game, Puns of Anarchy, the outrageous pun-making game, and Charty Party, the game of absurdly funny charts. Find these fun games and more at VerySpecialGames.com. That's VerySpecialGames.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know an Australian duo broke a Guinness World Record by going on a pub crawl that took them to 99 different bars over the course of 24 hours? Sounds like a number to beat.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, Harry Koros and Jake Latron, probably got both those names wrong. They're both 26 years young. They had drinks at 99 Sydney bars to break the record for the most pubs visited in a 24-hour period.
In 24 hours, holy cow.
The old record was 78. They said their aim was for 100 pubs, but they stopped at 99 due to a counting error. Something to do with getting drunk, apparently. Like, we've been to 100. Then later they count them up. They're like, oh, I guess it was 99.
I guess we didn't.
So I have a feeling, now that we know that's the number, 99 is the number to beat, I have a feeling somebody is going to beat that record.
Yeah.
In 24 hours? Now, you'd have to make sure all the pubs are close to each other because, if there's a lot of driving involved, that's not good because that's burning up time. And also, you better have a designated driver. All right. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. The Blacklist has revealed their 2023 list of best unproduced screenplays, including a biopic for country singer Patsy Cline that didn't get made, The Rise and Fall of Sam Bankman-Fried, Crypto Empire FTX, action comedy about Tom Hanks and his doppelganger. Okay.
Okay.
Topping the list of this script called Bad Boy, a logline that reads, a rescue dog suspects his loving new owner is a serial killer.
Okay.
There's more to that story if you want to read all the details. That's kind of fun. Critics' Choice Awards have been chosen. Best films are going to be announced and all of that good stuff. It'll be on TV January the 14th on the CW. And it would seem that Jigsaw games will just never end. The critical box office success of Saw X, which was Saw 10, basically, has now been announced that Saw XI will drop September 27th of 2024. If you've not seen any of the others, I do have a link. You can see the info. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. It's time to put a fork in your late evening eating habits. Study from the University of Sorbonne of Paris found that people who eat dinner after 9 p.m. have a 28% increased risk of suffering from a stroke or a mini stroke.
Oh, geez.
That's not good. In fact, every hour after 8 p.m. that you consume dinner, your chances of having a stroke go up by 8%.
Oh, geez.
So
That's
8 p.m. is
terrifying.
now we're all like gremlins. Whatever you do, don't eat after 8 p.m. The scientists say that eating your evening meal between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. is ideal, according to their research. The later your meal is, the less food you should consume, by the way. And birthday cards, calling somebody over the hill or making fun of them for getting older, are so common that most people don't think twice about it. But Sarah Brindell, co-director of the Denver-based anti-ageism campaign, Changing the Narrative, is hoping that you will think twice about it. Dismayed by the racks of birthday card options that mock older adults, her group created a contest asking artists to design birthday cards with a more age-positive approach. Heidi is rolling her eyes over
I
here.
am.
She says the winning designs and others like them are sending a powerful and important message. Although birthday cards may sound innocuous, Brindell feels that they become a prominent example of harmful messaging that can have a significant health consequence after all. She says the way we think about aging affects how we age. So Heidi is going to turn 50 in 2024. You're saying you want everybody to have over the hill?
I am, in fact, demanding it.
Okay.
It is apparently
You
mandatory.
don't want something soft?
It's apparently mandatory now that we have to be offended by literally everything.
I feel bad for the kid that was offended by the nerd emoji, but I also look at that and go, why would you look at that and see you? That's not you. It's not you at all. So this is another one. This lady, if you don't, again, at the end of the day, I see what she's doing. She's trying to help, but I don't know. It's
Relax,
just
everybody.
bizarre. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Invite your friends and family over to make memories with a fun game night. VerySpecialGames.com has 5 fun games that will help everyone have a blast. Games like Ransom Notes, the ridiculous word magnet game, Abduction, a weirdly strategic game of duck kidnapping, Vens with Benefits, the hilarious Venn diagram game, Puns of Anarchy, the outrageous pun-making game, and Charty Party, the game of absurdly funny charts. Find these fun games and more at VerySpecialGames.com. That's VerySpecialGames.com.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We reach out to my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie. He'll give us some guff. We talk each week and we learn fun stuff. Everyone loves him. He makes us laugh. Sometimes he's wrong, then he fires his staff. Get ready to learn something. Here we go. It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
Hey, Charlie, you're in the studio again.
Still,
You're getting pretty cozy in here, aren't you?
well, I got a bed over here.
Yeah, he sleeps under that corner of the desk. So, what do you got for us today?
Well, once again, I got stuff. It's good.
He's got stuff.
All right.
Well, maybe this. I'll fill her in here. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Studies suggest that people who appear to be constantly distracted have more working memory and sharper brains.
Really?
That would be John.
What was the question?
Well, he ought to be a genius.
Somewhere like that.
He's really distracted.
Yes.
Hey, women who play video games tend to have more sex and be happier with their relationship than those who don't.
Nice. Good to know.
I think I need my wife to play some video games.
Now I was going to ask Heidi, what video game do you want for Christmas?
Pin the thing on the donkey. Not the tail either.
I've never been into the whole video game thing at all.
No.
I don't, because I'm not quick enough to work them. I don't know how to do that. Studies show that financially stable men prefer smaller breasts.
Really?
Huh.
That's why I'm not financially stable.
But then they turn around and pay for breast enlargements for their significant others, so...
And then they're no longer financially stable.
Spend it all on boobs.
There you go.
See here. Fathers tend to determine the height of their child and mothers their weight.
Oh, really? That's good to know.
The typical person spends 600 hours having sex between the ages of 20 and 70.
600 hours?
600 hours. Huh.
Wow, am I behind?
Yeah, me too.
I was just figuring in how many times that would have to be.
You have to catch up here.
That's more than 33 1/3 times a year, isn't it? I was going to have one thing here for you, but where did it go? Oh, there it is. See, it says over down there at the bottom of the sheet.
Yeah?
Dummy, turn it over.
Wow. He wrote a note to himself, and now he's calling himself a dummy for writing that note.
Malaysians protect their babies from disease by bathing them in beer.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
If it works, it works, man.
Because beer has alcohol in it, right? And alcohol is good for killing germs.
Yeah, it does.
Nice.
Huh. Alrighty.
Cool.
You got a question for me?
I do. You're all done over there?
Yeah.
No, this wasn't even going to be a question, but I since you were talking about the video game thing, I knew I had this. So there's a video game that got its name because the creator thought that this particular word meant something else. He wanted the video game to convey the message "stupid ape," but that's not really what it meant. Do you know what the name of the video game is?
Donkey Kong.
Yeah. You're not Charlie.
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah.
How could... You're not supposed to answer
But
that
that's...
stuff.
Yeah.
What did he think meant
So
stupid ape?
Donkey Kong got its name because the creator believed donkey meant stupid in English, and he wanted to convey the impression that the character was a stupid ape.
Oh.
So that was just a free one, Charlie. That was a bonus one. So
Hey,
here,
this ain't Family Feud. You don't bang your butt.
You're supposed to say good answer. Good answer.
Heidi, good answer. No, here's your question though. More than 1/5 of all calories consumed by humans all around the world, keep in mind, it's everywhere in the world, is provided by this particular food item. What is it?
Chocolate.
No, what do you think, Heidi? 1/5 of all the calories consumed by humans all around the world.
It's food, though, not a beverage.
Yeah, it's food.
Okay.
Consumed by this
French fries.
No, rice. More than 1/5 of all calories consumed by humans worldwide is provided by rice. Charlie thought chocolate. Heidi thought French fries. Wow. Gonna take you guys out for some dinner tonight or something.
It won't be rice.
Yeah. Well, Charlie, thanks for coming in, sir.
Bye, Daddy.
You're beginning. Just. That's all, folks.
How do you spell that?
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye, Charlie. It is a fun little program we do every Tuesday just because we can. It's called Tuesdays with Charlie.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it.
Give yourself a little credit.
Get a better credit card.
Switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
It takes 70 different pieces of wood to make one violin. Wow. Never thought of that. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
People can have a psychological disorder called bonethropia that makes them believe they're a cow.
Okay.
And they then try to live their life as a cow.
All right.
Okay, that's got to be pretty rare. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The name for the shape of a Pringle has a name. What is it? Do you remember?
You've told me I cannot
Hyperbolic
remember.
paraboloid. It's just fun to
It is
say.
not something I cared about enough to retain.
No. How about this? Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There is a McDonald's on every single continent except Antarctica. They don't have one there. And another fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Overall, there are more than 36,000 McDonald's restaurants spread out around the globe. That's a lot of restaurants.
Isn't that crazy?
I'll bet it's more than that. This fact is probably a couple years old. And one final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The first McDonald's to open outside of the United States was June 3rd, 1967 in Richmond, Canada. Several fun facts. Now you know. A bunch of them about McDonald's for some reason. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Invite your friends and family over to make memories with a fun game night. VerySpecialGames.com has 5 fun games that will help everyone have a blast. Games like Ransom Notes, the ridiculous word magnet game, Abduction, a weirdly strategic game of duck kidnapping, Vins with Benefits, the hilarious Venn diagram game, Puns of Anarchy, the outrageous pun-making game, and Charty Party, the game of absurdly funny charts. Find these fun games and more at VerySpecialGames.com. That's VerySpecialGames.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. If you went home for the holidays, stats show there's a 1 in 3 chance this happened. What was it?
You met a former lumberjack lover of yours and had to sell your candle making shop.
That only happens in Hallmark movies.
Ah.
And it'd be way more than a 1 in 3 chance. That's like at least 75% odds. No, you slept in your childhood bedroom.
Ah.
Yeah. And I believe this comes to the conclusion of all of our Christmas questions, by the way. So I had so many, I'm like, I don't want to throw them away because they're great. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Uber Eats released their annual Uber Eats Craving Report detailing the most popular, unusual, surprising orders of the year 2023. Some unexpected requests included combos like seaweed and pasta sauce,
Ew.
steak and jelly, cottage cheese and mustard, condensed milk and avocado, and butter and pickled onions.
Ew.
The most interesting foods and drink pairings were ribeye steak and vodka, cheeseburger and frozen margarita, chicken and frozen pina colada, lobster tail and apple whiskey, and wait for it, tamales and daiquiris. What do you think of that? Does that all that seem pretty weird to you? Here's the thing. I think it's interesting they keep track of all this stuff because they put this list together. That means they know what you're eating all the time. They're keeping track of all of it.
It's all being ordered through the computer.
That's from our friends at Uber Eats, which I've never used and I don't plan to. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. The worst shows of 2023. Yesterday we had the best. We had 10 of the best. There's only 5 of the worst. So I don't know why they have a shorter list, but it's according to the critics at the New York Post. And they hated these 5 shows. The Idol on HBO. I'm not sure what that one is. The Morning Show on Apple TV. I've talked to people who are on that show. I've talked to several people who are on it, but I've never seen it. Velma on Max. MILF Manor on TLC. And the one that they hated the most is also from Max. It's called And Just Like That. I've not seen any of these.
No, but we just really don't watch a lot of.
We don't.
And the stuff we do watch is stuff we've seen already. We watch it over and over again instead of watching something new.
Pretty much. And I just watched a show on Netflix. Our daughter was over and she had Netflix on the thing, and I watched it. And in the show, it was basically saying not to watch Netflix. At the end of the show, there was a girl watching DVDs because the technology all quit. And I was like, isn't that a bizarre thing for Netflix to push? All right. The list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Invite your friends and family over to make memories with a fun game night. VerySpecialGames.com has 5 fun games that will help everyone have a blast. Games like Ransom Notes, the ridiculous word magnet game, Abduction, a weirdly strategic game of duck kidnapping, Vins with Benefits, the hilarious Venn diagram game, Puns of Anarchy, the outrageous pun-making game, and Charty Party, the game of absurdly funny charts. Find these fun games and more at veryspecialgames.com. That's veryspecialgames.com.
Now your quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Quote today is from Don Harold, who says, by the time someone says, to make a long story short, it's too late.
That is true.
Have you ever been involved in a conversation that just seems like it will never end? Why are you looking at me?
I wasn't going to say a thing.
Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news. I think this is good news. It's also weird news. It comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Oregon Airport unveiled a unconventional stress buster. You can meet the therapy llamas, bringing joy to travelers.
How cute is that? I would love that.
Yeah, it's in Portland, Oregon, so we'd have to visit Portland to make this happen, Heidi. But it's a heartwarming, unconventional move to alleviate travel stress. Airport officials in Portland, Oregon have introduced a furry and delightful solution. 2 therapy llamas. Yeah. So as people are traveling, Prince and Benny have been strolling around the Portland International Airport for a few weeks.
Oh, they just wander around.
Well, it looks like they've got people with them, but I don't know if those are people that are the handlers or if those are just, maybe people that are just getting their photo taken.
Wow.
Travelers at the airport have been treated to unexpected moments of joy and relaxation as they encounter these gentle and charming llamas. I'm thinking of somebody right now in my head. Who am I thinking of?
Our daughter.
No.
Of me?
No, our friend who had a llama spit in her mouth.
Oh, I thought you were thinking somebody who would enjoy it because I love llamas. I've
I was
got
just thinking
llamas all over in our
she
house.
would be terrified. I won't even say her name because her husband loves to tell the story of the time they were at the zoo and she was smiling to take a photo and a llama spit in her
And
mouth.
it really is the best story.
Oh, and he tells it so well. But I could only imagine how horrified she would be to wander through an airport and bump into a llama, her arch nemesis. Anyway, stressful time of the year as people are traveling a lot and they're saying that you can go and see these llamas. One thing leads to another and there's llamas. There you go. Heidi has some drama llamas, by the way.
I do.
We had 1 drama llama. Then we had to get 2 because our kids were fighting over who gets it when she
I die.
dies. That's their exact words. So when there was drama in our house, when our kids were little, Heidi would set out the drama llama. And it just became this funny little thing that then everybody laughs and the stress goes away. So then they were fighting over, when you die, I get the drama llama. So she had to buy a pair of drama llamas.
Buy some more drama llamas.
That's kind of what they have going on at the airport there. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.